Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today we have a major problem with the 3910. One day I needed to do some work with it, so I started it up and I noticed a ton of fuel leaking onto the ground. I mean, it's like a ton of fuel. It's like dripping out of there. And I noticed it was coming from the top of the fuel tank. And then when I cut the tractor off, I looked at the top. I looked at the upper part of the tank where I saw it leaking, and I noticed this line is disconnected. Like, there is this fuel line that's disconnected from the top of the tank. I was like, how is fuel leaking out of there, and why is that line even there? And then I remembered that diesels, or that tractor anyway, has a return fuel line, and all that fuel is being dumped onto the ground instead of back into the tank, wasting a lot of fuel and of course hurting the environment. So we need to get this fixed quickly. Let's hop on the wheel horse and go down to the 3910. Alright, here we are. This is the 3910. As you can see, I've already taken a look at it before I made this video. But I will show you what the problem is. The problem is, I'm gonna have to get my flashlight, phone flashlight, to show you this, because I can't even see it myself. There it is. Right there. That's the disconnected line. That is the return fuel line that goes straight into the tank. That line is snapped in half and is causing fuel to leak down to the ground. So let me see where that line starts and ends, and then we'll see about getting a new line. I may have to take the other side off so I can get access to it. So I got that cover off of there now, and you can easily see which line has cracked right here. This is the fuel return line, and it looks like it goes all the way up here, like right over here. So that should not be too hard. Alright, so I had to spray down the area with some carburetor cleaner. So after that, it looks really, or a lot better in there. And I think that line just slides right on there. I think I just pull it off. Alright, so it looks like that fuel line will just slide right up in that plastic, that rubber thing, that rubber housing, or whatever that is. So it just slides in and out of there. I don't think I'll have to take that other part off of there. So now I gotta figure out how to get that off of there. Alright guys, great news. I got it off of there. Now, all we have to do is run to the auto parts store and get a new line. So let's do that right now. Alright, we got our two fuel lines. Let's compare them. They look to be nearly identical. With the new line, we can see the fuel going through it. That'll be neat. So let's go ahead and install it. The new fuel line is installed. Let's go ahead and start the tractor and see, first of all, if that will not leak, and second of all, to see what this sounds like. So I was a little worried that that line that goes to the tank might leak because I couldn't get that clamp off of there, and I was worried that the line would not be able to go all the way in and seal. But I guess it did seal and it's not leaking. I mean, take a look. Everything looks good. So I'm gonna let it warm up a few minutes and then I'll park it and then put the cover and muffler back on there. That thing sounds pretty good without a muffler, but it's pretty loud. It all looks dry. I don't think any fuel leaks, so we have fixed the problem. Let's go ahead and put it back together. That's probably too hot to touch. I might have to put the muffler back on there later, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the cover on there. So this is another job well done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. If you're stopping by for the first time and you wish to follow the channel, please subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss another one of my videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. So it appears that we have a problem. I think the battery might be dead on it. Alright, so I'm going to hook that up and then I'll give you guys the results afterwards. Alright, so I was getting about 12 volts when I hooked it up, which is, I mean, a little under 12 volts, which is kind of weak. And then when I did the load test, it was in the weak side, or on the brink of being bad. It's only a 2020, so it's only a year old, but something happened one day. I accidentally left the ignition on, and it drained the whole battery down completely. I mean, completely dead. So I think that is why this thing is not starting up. So I have to get a new battery for the wheel horse.